Hello, perv lords, scrub lords, and everyone in between, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I'm sorry that I wasn't here last week. I had a small health decline, and I'll be honest, with how my brain works, I honestly forgot. Because I spent the time working on learning an entire new TTRPG. I do apologize. And I'm glad that we're playing Spider-Man now. Miles Morales. He is a Spider-Man, but he is not my Spider-Man, but he is Gaiman's Spider-Man. And I plan on going through the entirety of that game. I don't own a PS5, so I can't play Spider-Man 2. So, boo. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for exocolonist. I was a teenage. Continue button. Boom. So, last time on I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, we lost our mom. We lost the husbando of the decade, good old kombucha. The girl that I like hates me at the moment. She's not the biggest fan of me because I couldn't save her brother. I tried. I got one away. One! King number. I screwed it all up. And we got invaded by... I'm gonna call them mercenaries because they basically killed the guy who was meant to come save us. And I'm pretty sure the planet just wants us all dead. So without further ado, let's talk to this wolf boy. Or dog boy, or cat boy. Let me just sit up from my seat so I can actually read this. I was hoping I could be comfy, but oh well. I should clean my glasses, actually. Give me an uno momento. I think that's how you say the word. I think that means one moment in Spanish. I've heard it a lot. It's like the only non-English word I truly know. Even then, I'm not 100% sure on its usage. I was taught French as a kid, but my brain never really got around it. Like, I was good at the puzzles that the French fucking brought. Like, just the crosswords and all that, because it just simply just matched the words and stuff. But actually learning French, that was difficult for me. To the point where, in high school, I was just like, they were just like, you know what? This person gets an F in every French class they've ever had. How about they just not take French? And I was given the golden rule to not go take French. Because I would learn nothing. But that's my glasses cleaned and story time over. Remember, we still have that Gaiman PC fund to help my friend. And we'll keep that going until we get it funded. So without further ado, the colony is full of new people. Everywhere you look, you see a stranger. It's disorienting. After growing up in a closed spaceship, you never expected to meet any other humans that weren't made here on Vertumna. You jump straight into one of these new people while you're jogging through the colony. Oof! He laughs and holds you steady, brushing the the imaginary dust. Why did I say imagery? Imaginary dust off of you and giving you a wide, fanged smile. Hey, it's one of those kids from the Heliopause. You think his name is Rex? Generator Rex. Oh, I like your clothing, kid. Hi. Hello. Wow. Smooth, Salamnika. Real smooth. He cocks his head at you, smiling. Hi. He says gently, my name's Rex. You managed to get out a... Hello? You aren't quite sure why he's having such an effect on your ability to speak or even think. But he doesn't mind. You notice he's wiggling his dog ears. Oh, he is a dog. He's dog type. He's dog typing. They can really move independently. Learned his augment. He's got dog hit him. Holy damn. Rex puts his hands against his cheek, looking cute and lost. Hey, since I'm new here, do you think you could help me find a construction yard? I thought I might apply for a job there. For you? Anything. His eyes widen as you wink suggestively and he grins, wiggling his ears and lolling his tongue out like a dog. So adorable. I might just take you up on that. He says, you tell him everything is a bit of a change since the Heliopause landed, but you think the construction yard is still over near command. He thanks you for directions. God damn! I could not stop fucking going all over my tongue. That boy, damn. He looks so cool. She looks neat, too. You've seen Nomi around since the Heliopause landed. They're around your age and barely 1.5 meters tall. They're only coming up to your shoulder. They've never seen anyone dress as strangely as they do. What, you mean... I don't see that strange. Hi. Their voices... Oh. Hi! Their voice is high-pitched and quick. I'm Nomi. It's short for nomination. They do a little twirl and bow. You introduce yourself and... Okay, we don't give a fuck about gender around here. I'm pretty sure that's that's a thing. What do you do for fun? Well, Nomi begins... Nomi. Okay, I need to blow my nose. Give me uno momento again. Alright, and I'm back. Kind of a bit of everything. I like designing outfits, reading manga, and learning about dinosaurs and cool xenofauna. And robots and aliens and, well... Oh. And watching anime and playing Laser Fable, of course. Laser Fable? Oh god, that's just Fable with extra steps, isn't it? That game crashed and burned with its third installment. Mostly lately, I play Laser Fable. It's fun to play outside with the great, big, endless outdoors. Nomi dances in a circle, waving her arms and gesturing at your surroundings. Oh, it's a game you can challenge people to. I challenge you! You're on! You're on! Nomi Nomi helps you install it on your holopalm and explains the rules. Laser Fable is an augmented reality game, an AR game, where you bounce holopalm lasers off real objects nearby. It's speed-based, so you're running around and bumping into each other. And there's an extended house rules about when it's illegal to block each other's laser. I'm good at combat. Like, look at all these. Sure, I'm burning my stress, but I want to win this. Oh, we're destroying this. Got 34 right there. Dude. I smashed that. I win laser. I win laser. Laser Fable. Get, kid. Right on, sister! Nomi gives you a high five and then a couple quick flicks of her gauntlet gives you a kudos for winning. They explain this is how they've always played Laser Fable with the kids on Helium from Heliopause. Except they mostly don't want to play anymore. They say they're too old for it. They just want to be soldiers now. Except Rex. He's still cool. Okay, so flirting with Rex is still a good thing. Okay, thank God I didn't flirt with a soldier on accident. That would have been horrible. Where's my girl? Oh, right. She's still mourning the loss of her brother. Oh, is this supposed to be the new calm? The new kombucha? This new boy from the Heliopause is a couple years older than you. He's pretty handsome and missing... Oh. And the missing arm gives him a heroic battle-scarred vibe. He stands tall and ready for action, even though it's a normal boring day. The other recruits milling around the garrison give him a wide, respectable berth. He sees you staring and gives you a curt nod. Name's Vance, Lieutenant Oliviatius. He says, considering you with a glint of challenge in his eyes. And you are? I'm an explorer. His expression doesn't change. Is that right? Is that right? He says with a air of a boy who's hard to impress. Nice to meet you, Solomnika. I've heard it's been a rough couple years with Colony. Lucky thing our Heliopause came along just in time, he continues. Don't worry, we have some of the best soldiers, the very best. We'll keep this colony safe. We were doing fine before you came. He raises an eyebrow. When we landed, he sneers, this place looked like it had been overrun by wild animals. Or was that just the what? Oh, was that just the aesthetic you were going for? I'm not flirting with this asshole. I could take you. He says stoutly, "Well, you're welcome to try. Up to see you in self-defense class." He is the new calm, and he's an... It's my girl! Nern riddles with a personal defense plas cutter. Oh, fiddles. Never thought I'd have to actually use one of these. I'd actually be using one of these, she says quietly. Guess we all gotta get ready to defend ourselves now. Nem suggests you practice some hand-to-hand combat, then kicks your butt in an absolute most literal sense. She leans over you while you're lying on the floor, completely gassed. You're okay? You okay? She laughs. I didn't go too hard, right? Nem. You can kick my butt any day. And yes, that can be a euphemism for you. Hey, bud. Hey, bro. Where's my bravery? Oh, there it is. Not even close. Well, it's like 33, I guess. Maybe we deserve it. Dis mutters. The new ship didn't save us. It just delayed the inevitable. When their food and weapons run out, we'll be back where we started. Didn't they learn anything? Thing is, he's not wrong. He's moody. He's emo. But he's usually always right. Hey, Dad. Even though it hurts, you find yourself wandering over to geoponics. It feels not good to be here. And the place your mom loved and ultimately gave her life to. But not good either. It feels like when you have a bruise and you can't stop yourself from pushing on it because the pain reminds you the injury is real. Like mom dying in this huge invisible wound, and poking at it forces you to feel something instead of just being numb. Your dad is taking time off of work. Your parents work double and triple shifts during the last growing season. Now that it's over, it just feels so cruel. When people work hard, they should be able to look back on what they did and feel proud. Instead, there's just this. A huge gap where your mother should be. You find your dad sitting in your mom's personal garden. It's miraculous. Things are starting to grow again. Despite being trampled flat during the last attack and neglected during the famine before that, still various vertuminin flowers are still starting to sprout. And hardier earth means hardy earth ones like dandelions. Your dad looks up and musters a smile. He pats the bench beside him. I'm gonna talk with Dad. You false start a few times. It's almost impossible to think of something to say when there's this magnitude of grief between you. He gives you time. And it's obvious that you want to talk, but don't know what to say. He takes your hand with his two larger ones. Did I ever tell you about how your mom and I started dating? You shake your head. You know they grew up together in the first colony on Earth, but nothing about their relationship. He smiles and looks at the garden as he remembers. I always thought she was too cool for me. He says quietly. Things were, well, people didn't like us much on Earth. So, So she was always kind of a bruiser. Always ready to pop off, even when she was your age. She and Rhett were the same back then. He reminisces, I always thought they were going to end up together. And your mum got injured when the first colony was attacked. I was working part-time at the clinic, and I guess that's when she realised I liked her. I had to apply to get on the stratospheric. He continues. We'd only been seeing each other a few weeks, so I was surprised when she said we should apply as a couple. They wanted all kinds of family groups, singles, couples who could have kids or couldn't, triads, quads. But we had to be young. We all had to be young. And there weren't many teenagers willing to commit to being a, well, you know, mated pair. Our chances of being picked. He laughs and scrubs his face with his hands. She wanted to get off that planet more than anything, and I don't know if she realized she'd fallen in love with me until we were already in space. He says, Riley, lucky for me, right? Your dad shakes his head fondly. There weren't many people like your mom, kiddo. You nod, surprising to feel a tear trickle down your cheek. There's so much you don't know about her and what she was like. More than just being your mom, it's really hitting you that she was the person before you knew her. Oh. It's really hitting you that, that she was a person before you knew her. And now you'll never get to know that. Now you'll never know her like that. Words are difficult right now. I don't know why. It feels like my head is lightheaded. Hi. Like I'm dizzy almost. There's a past you'll never truly know. Just like a future that she'll never share. Your dad puts an arm around your shoulders and you sit like that for a long while. God damn it. I think I know who that is, and I don't want to talk to you. Oh yeah, I talked to you last time. Yo, my friend. It's good to see the rest of the colony finally appreciating the work we do here. Tank says, certainly agriculture and infrastructure were necessary for our initial survival, but the attack last grow has made it clear that substance alone will not save us from the aliens. She clenches her fist. We need to be smarter than them. You offer to help Tangent with her schoolwork, but she just shrugs you off. I'm not working on school anymore, she says. Chief Engineer Instant says I'm smart for my age, and my talents are wasted in school. She opens her holopalm and shows you some of her lab notes. It's, so much work, though. She complains. Honestly, maybe it would be better to be like everyone else. Unintelligent people seem happier. Just then, Nem jogs by with a squad of soldiers, all marching in time. She gives you a little wave, then cringes as the leader barks at her to keep moving forward. Tang shudders. On second thought, I forget what I said. I'll keep being smart, thank you. Oh, no, lightheaded. I don't think I've eaten. Wait, I've been awake for like an hour. I haven't eaten. I'll have to eat after the stream. What do I want to do? What do I want to upgrade? Because I need empathy up higher. But my combat stat. Let's give me that empathy. I'm not really good at engineering. You hear a scuttling of metallic legs. What the heck? And a strange knee-high robot bursts into the engineering lab, going full tilt on its 6 spidery legs. It slams into a wall hard enough to knock itself down. Seems to be having trouble getting back up, and it's flailing its metal legs dangerously. We're gonna deal with it before it hurts somebody. Oh, poor little thing. Congruent's portable screen wheels in, her projected face an avatar of dismay. You broke it. And I was so close to getting its new movement algorithm online. Working with robots is just so hard with no hands. She says, wheeling back and forth in a display of frustration. This was so much easier when Hal was here. I miss him. Congruence doesn't need to clear her throat, but you get the distinct impression she's simulating it anyway. Well, if you know anyone with more sense of physics skill than you do, let them know I need a helper. And to smash that, why do I get a friendship with you? I don't know you. I don't know these new kids on the block. I need 5 months to get that up all the way. So that's our lounge. We got our science hall here. Oh, Nomi. Oh, I see. My brain thought I was tutoring the kid. Apparently I'm tutoring Nomi now. Because you're getting friendship with them. This is a good way to get money, though. Yo, it's my friend. Today you're tutoring Nougat and a couple younger kids on an ancient Earth geography. Or learning the names of countries by pointing them on maps and saying new facts about them. Seems kind of pointless to memorize a place these kids have never seen, but it's not like you can teach them much about Vertumnan geography yet. They're still discovering it. Billions of people! Nougat says, specifically squinting at a hollow projection of Earth. How did you fit everybody into one little planet? With all the trees and animals and stuff? Was it like one big colony? Not in the least, kid. You give Nougat the little kid version of the truth you learned as a kid. You tell her life on Earth was brutal and hard. Humanity destroyed the environment and fought over what was left, and there were no trees and animals left. Not as many as there should have been, anyway. Most people were poor, hungry, and sick, and the ones who weren't kept all the nice things to themselves. At least your parents were lucky to escape in the stratospheric, and you were lucky to be born on it. You're all lucky to be here now, no matter what. At least Vertumna isn't Earth. Nougat looks bewildered. She really didn't watch the holovids. She doesn't really watch the holovids, only the cheerful ones for kids that don't address Earth's decline, so she had no idea. But they still had really, really tall buildings, right? To fit all the people? She asks, you sigh and tell her they did. And she nods in satisfaction and goes to schoolwork. Glad that my mic has a mute button, because that was way too many burps. Oh, I got hiccups? Oh, no. I think, give me a moment, folks. Alright. Well, my reasoning is shooting through the roof, but I need empathy. Mid-pollen. Oh. No, I got the hiccups. I know. Nomi doesn't really need help with their humanities courses, but they ask for it anyway. When you look confused, they just laugh and tell you it's easier to read when you've got a buddy. There's no one else who wanted your help this month, so you just shrug and enjoy a few sessions of reading old comic books with Nomi. Super goal! Nice! I got 5 reasoning! Yo, not bad. But I'm still going for that empathy. Welcome to Dust, where I talk with people again, as a month has passed. Aw, you got nothing new? Hey! Hey! How are you? Get off the property! Yeah! That is something Mickey would say. Hey, you bitch! I'm keeping the cards to myself. I'm not sharing them. They're too useful. Also, it's the new season, so I gotta look for an item that's on the floor. I didn't really do that too much. Ah. You overhear your dad talking to one of the other cultivators. He seems to be upset about something to do with the new governor and people of the Heliopause. When the other women leave, you have a chance to ask some burning questions you've had. I want to know about Mom. Your dad looks startled and tries to muster a friendly smile. You overheard us, kiddo? Listen, Solomnika. He hesitates, and he looks around nervously, as if afraid you're being watched. You're just going to have to trust us adults on this one. There are things you're still too young to understand. I'm not too young. I thought the same about myself once. Your dad says gravely, I was wrong. The Helios came here just like us, looking for a better life. He tells you, some of them had other reasons too, but now that they're here, we have to learn how to work together. When your mother and I were young on Earth, we learned a hard lesson. He gives a grim smile. We learned a lot of hard lessons. One was that it's safer to be led by one dangerous person than to be attacked by an army of them. Oh, damn. He lets that sink in. Another was that sometimes, when adults tell you not to worry, you should listen to them. Go on, enjoy your youth. He gestures towards the Heliopause. Go get to know some of them new kids. I'm sure you'll find they're a lot like you. Before you can say another word, your dad is called back to work. There's still so much to be done to rebuild the farms and geoponic greenhouses. You can still see from the Helio helping him. Maybe they aren't all too bad. Damn, he looks pretty. I'ma keep going and up in the reason and empathy. Aw. Rex hasn't gotten used to life in the stratospheric yet. You remember your first year. Vertumnus seemed so enormous, so full of dangers and mysteries. Well, it still does, but the shock eventually wore off. Rex still has a slightly bewildered look on his face every time he walks outside and sunlight hits his face. It's so bright and warm. Hugs! Rex folds you into his arms, bending his whole body into you. It smells warm and spicy, like clean sweat? And sunshine. I don't know what clean sweat would smell like, but we'll just say it's a genetic thing for him. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. Well, Nem didn't see that one. Oh wait, Nem's over here. She could have seen it. No! I've been crushing on two people at once. I'm a horrible person. Back to tutoring, people. Nomi needs help studying her physics class. They have this idea that they don't want to be an engineer when they grow up because they like robots and holograms, but they're having trouble actually learning any engineering. Oh, they want to. Whoopsie. Nomi pulls up a practice test on her holopalm. The Earth textbooks are full of this kind of dull rote learning, useful only for finding gaps in your knowledge. For Nomi, though, that gap seems to be everything. Oh, I'm hopeless at this, they exclaimed, tugging at the ends of their asymmetrical haircut. There are just so many numbers and formulas, I don't even know how much. I don't know there gonna be so much math and engineering. Like, what's up with that? What's up with math and engineering food? And I have to figure out what I'm gonna do for my project, they continue. I want to make a code chat. I want to code a chatbot, Salamnika, next week. How do I get there from there? You need to take the course again. Let's get a look at this test. Reasoning is super high here. Only 20% correct. Oh no! Some of their answers are embarrassingly super wrong. Nomi's final project is due next week, and you have to crunch the whole course load of info into their head and leave them enough time to write their bot. Can you do that? Yeah, if we cheat. Now, I got the skills to pay these bills. Nomi doesn't have a head for numbers, but they can take anything and turn it into a story. So they just have to apply that to the study of engineering. Encourage them to think of it in a different way. Yes, there's a lot of rote memorization at first, but once you understand the basics, engineering's all about creative thinking. You teach Nomi how all these practices are built like a story. There are clues in the questions that help you solve them. Reading ahead can give you hints to the answers in early questions. And with that and a few mnemonics, Nomi starts getting better results on their practice tests. Thanks for helping, Salamnika, they say. Let's be honest, though. I'm doing okay on these practice tests, but I'm gonna pass one standardized test doesn't mean I'm gonna be a good engineer. You protest that this toolbox of skills will help them in any engineering problem, but they just shrug and smile. I'm going to try some other things. They say, maybe there's something I'm naturally good at. Tutoring. And just like that, boom. Curious, though. Oh, unswappable. Got it. Victory, baby! I got a little secondary reasoning ability. The Vertumnala Festival is a whole day of normalcy and an otherwise chaotic year. Despite some lingering rivalry between the two factions, Vertumnala is a chance for the Helios and Stratos to come together and appreciate the bounty of the planet. At least, that's what the adults say. As Governor Lum takes stage to address the colony, you can't help but notice the crowd has segregated itself according to their ship of origin. Rex shoots out away from the Stratos side, and Nomi makes a silly face. Nice to see those kids getting along. Because I get along with both of them. Vase is surrounded by other young soldiers, all looking sharp in their heliopause uniforms. With Tangent standing beside you, you wonder if the two ships will ever feel like a colony. A fanfare plays over the square's announcement system. Lum's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rifles. Greetings, people of Vertumna. I don't know if that's his voice from last time, but this is what I'm giving him for this episode. Lum says, his voice ringing out over the square. We may be far from our beautiful Earth. My ass. But we can still celebrate and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction, and should be proud of our work. You're a dick. The Helios cheer your side of the square, not so much. I know some of you have been asking, Lum, how are you going to do all this by yourself? How are you going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn the planet into a paradise, and look this good? Lum strikes a pose and a smattering of polite applause. Well, I have the answer for you. He continues, the old council made a lot of bad choices, like illegally leaving Earth. No, we didn't. You're an idiot. But I believe in second chances, so I've appointed the original department heads to my own council. Lum's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me. He laughs and makes finger guns at the department heads at the foot of his podium. Stay on your toes, Stratos. I also want to promise everyone here today that I'm going to make Vertumna safe for humans. Lum says, the next time those bastard Xenos attack, we're going to blow them so many little pieces there won't be enough left to wipe out our boots. We've already got the defenses, he says, gesturing broadly to the new, taller, thicker walls. And we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe. Big cheers from both sides this time. Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who lost family in the last attack. Lum goes on for a while, lionizing the Heliopod's military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up the square for afternoon festivals, some traditional and some new. I was right, it's her. And I have no reason to be in contact with her. At the tables, Aunt Anne and the kids are getting out the spread for dinner. There's an unimaginable amount of food, thanks to Heliopod's huge ration surplus, and the piles and piles of Xeno meat from the hunting parties, for those who can stomach it. Anne is all smiles, clearly making an effort to move on as Lum mandated, despite still mourning the loss of her son Combe. But not even the festival atmosphere can force a smile onto Nem's face. I can imagine why. I miss Mom. Cal hauls a massive tureen of stew onto the table. Yeah, me too. He adds quietly, you should have been here to see this. I think she'd be really proud of how hard we worked in geoponics. The chime sounds to announce the square set up for the annual competitions. What do? My reasoning is through the roof. I'll take reasoning. Instance is too busy to organize a science fair, so you do a Helio tradition instead. Trivia night, hosted by Congruence. You, Tangent, and Nomi all sign up. I missed the science fair. Sorry. I the, their coloring voices are similar. I miss the science fair, Tangent grumbles, but I've been memorizing facts to prepare. A hard challenge. +1. +1 to mental blue cards. One slot card gets a +3. That's 21. Hold up. That alone gets us 15. And that gets me 39. I win, baby! But I could have gotten 49, apparently. You get most of the questions right. All that studying and watching holovids definitely pay off. Naomi shrugs off the loss. Tang tries to, but you can tell she's actually kind of ticked off she didn't win. After the festivals, the mood of the colony is a lot lighter. You see people smiling easier and often see mixed groups of Helios and Stratos socializing together. It feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. That's the second one I've won in a row. Yo, not bad. My reasoning's off the charts, yo. Autoplay fairly sometimes plays the best hand for you. Autoplay fairy. I'm boosting that empathy. You're reading some Earth novels with the kids when you come across the idiom, those who can't teach. Ouch! Earth has some weird ideas about teaching. You can't imagine saying that to one of your teachers. With such a small population, sharing knowledge is one of the most honorable things they can do in the colony. Ow. Yeah, going all red helps with this one. Damn it, where's my empathy upgrade? Oh, it's my next upgrade. Got it. But my reasoning is through the damn roof. Problem solving and general knowledge. Not bad. Tutor again. Nougat has an exam coming up and has been doing terribly in math skills all year. If she doesn't pass this, she's gonna flunk the whole class. You put 3 candles on the table, then move 1 to the side. You ask if she has 3 soy sweets and she gives you 1, what does she have left? Nougat grabs all 3 sweets and stuffs them in her mouth. None! She laughs with her mouth full. She just doesn't have the patience for this boring rote memorization. She needs the right motivation to care about doing these assignments. But you can figure out how to make learning fun for this kid. Why is this challenge so hard? I'm not getting good cards. I'm gonna need a redraw of this hand. That's actually better. Oh my god, I managed the hard challenge. I can't believe I managed that. Damn. But apparently I could go to 43. No skill change. What do you mean no skill changes? You've worked with Nougat enough to know that she needs to be able to apply her hollow learning to something in the real world. So instead of trying to teach her from a textbook, you take her around all the places in the colony where people use math for their jobs. Auntie Anne tells her about doubling recipes for cooking. Cal teaches her about measuring a field and using it to find out how much fertilizer you need to shovel. Mars shows her an easy way to calculate how many kudos you'll need to cover buying things in the depot. When she's not bored, Nougat's actually super smart. She's able to do far more complex math than she should know at her age. Well, yeah, Nougat says when you compliment her on her math skills. But that stuff isn't math. It's just knowing how things work. One day she'll realize that math is how things work, not just boring old textbooks and endless formulas. But for now, letting her do it her way seems to be the right strategy. Chief Engineer Instance can't believe how you managed to get that through to Nougat. She's impressed that she gives you a kudos raise. Let's go! I got a raise! Let's go! I got a damn raise! My empathy isn't upgraded, though. Early wet of next month. I'm spending all this year... Oh, I got this. Pay to remove cards in the quarters spa? There's a quarters spa? There's a spa area in the quarters? What? Where are the quarters? So I can pay kudos to make my card hands stronger. I need to make sure I don't have 0 cards. Sports ball. I need to forget sports ball. It's not a good card to have. Well, that basically turns that into a -1. And that's just a real good card. As much as I would like the -1 stress. Alright, I've made my deck of cards stronger. But honestly, I think I'll push my reasoning to its limit. I get 17 kudos. Holy crap. You tutor the youngest children in reading and writing, which means that you get to spend a lot of time reading storybooks and playing pretend. Then getting them to write stories about their adventures. It's more than playtime. It's more playtime than work. Thank you, Nougat! I destroyed that with a super goal! Fucking Nougat just came in with the win! +3 to all the cards. Oh, Nougat's cool. Oh, and I get double kudos. So I got a lot of money there. There's real incentive to win the challenge. Mid-wet. Autoplay. +1 to mind. I think reasoning's what I'm gonna actually bring to max level. Like, damn. I'm a teacher. I'm teaching kids. Yes. You're reading some Earth novels with the kids when you come across the idiom. Those. Okay, we already know this one. We'll just breeze through it. Each gem on another card. And like that, we won again. Cha-ching, baby. Let's go. 17 kudos is mine. And 5 reasoning. Let's go. Like, what's up with space food? I'm going to take some time to talk around. Tang almost doesn't notice you approach. She's staring into the distance, almost as if she's gone into sleep mode with her eyes open. She blinks out of her daze when she hears your footsteps. Oh, Salamnika, she says. It's only you. What do you need? How's the research coming? Because I have a boatload of reasoning. Oh, that plus Nougat? It's like... That's a +8 to all cards! God, that's insane! That's a good combo! Tangent shrugs. Well enough. She concedes, but I confess, I've actually hit some sort of a block, but I'm sure the answer's right in front of me. I just can't grasp it. You take a look at it work. Immediately you come to the conclusion that had been just out of her reach. Tang rubs her eyes. Oh, you are formidable, she says. I had been coming at it the wrong way entirely. She taps a few notes into her hollow palm and smiles. Thank you for being someone on this stupid rock I can trust to know what they're doing. Mushwood! Hey, you big butthole. Yo, cat boy! Dog boy, I mean. My bad. I want more hug. But I need engineering. He's an engineering boy? Interesting. Hugs! He's just so ugly. Just so huggable. My reasoning is really through the roof. Your dad is deep in conversation with some official-looking people from the new ship. You arrive in time to hear him say, "They're not aliens, they're livestock. I should know. I shovel enough of their..." He sees you and brightens. "Excuse me, fellas. My kid's here. We'll have to continue this later. He throws his arm around your shoulder and walks you away. "Thanks, kiddo. You showed up just in time." Help him with the animals. Because I have some decent animals. I have a level 1 in animal. Your dad is helping 2 bristle slugs who've gotten tangled up with each other. Well, maybe they were wrestling. Your dad doesn't want to go into the details. Helping an animal. +1 to challenges. He hefts up the larger one and you carefully pull apart their bristling spikes, being careful not to get jabbed yourself. 10 minutes later, they're back at it again. Your dad shrugs. The heart wants what it wants, I guess. Oh, back to tutoring. Gotta get that reasoning all the way up to 100. I can't wait till there's a goddamn ow, my knee. An actual job that requires empathy or something that I can do. There's only a handful of kids that need help this month. You're able to give them all one-on-one attention, and you feel grateful to see them all improve so fast. I can't believe I have this +9 card. Super goal. It's like a super goal. 7 empathy. 22 kudos. Yo, I'm making that bling bling. But here comes the danger. It's glow. Gotta make sure Dad's okay. Why are you hanging around him? He's a bad influence on you, there, Nem. I want a hug from my best boy. Dog boy's not here. That sucks. Notice board. Supply depot. A lot of money for something that'll give me 50 in combat. Makes sense, though. Dad? Dad? Where's Dad? Damn it. Where's Dad? Dad's not here. That blows. I guess I'll take this time to tutor again. My reasoning is 91. I hope nothing bad happens after I finish tutoring these kids. You tutor the younger kids on map making, then take them on a field trip to meet the surveyors and ask questions about orienteering. Some of these kids are going to grow up to join expeditions one day. Discovery. And to smash the goal. There we go. Nearly maxed out my reasoning stat. But here it is. You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad when you hear the colony siren. The enemy is here. Your dad looks up from his novel. Oh, it seems early this year. We should head to the shelter on the lounge. Bravery! I run out. Oh, yo. It's Hunk, an asshole. You muster with the rest of the defense force at the gates. Rhett and Lum are arguing about what tactics to employ. Rum keeps trying to rally the soldiers with a heartwarming speech, giving it everything they've got. All the drones, all the explosives, and Rhett keeps cutting in. We don't need to take any big risks, Rhett insists. It's a smaller attack, and we have more than enough plas rifles and turrets. We should have other resources for when we need to use them. Why do things halfway? Lum exclaims. We need to get in there, kick their asses back to the goo they came from. We need to show people that we have everything under control for morale. Rhett tries one more time to wrest control of the forces back from Lum, but Rum cuts him off. Fire the explosive rounds! He orders. Arm the charges! Oh, he's a dumbass. It's gonna make it even worse for next year. Shells scream through the permanent night, followed by explosions you feel vibrate up through your boots. The Helios is unfazed, but you and the Stratos guards exchange nervous looks. You hear yelling, and another boom as the second explosive detonates. The bay of bloodthirsty animals reaching your ears, and then Lum holds his fingers as he speaks. Great work. Just the stragglers incoming. Open the gates. To battle. And like that, I got a 26. $23. I did it in 2. I'm gonna just pull out all the stops here. Well, actually, I don't need to. The super of supers. It's a super, super goal! You face off against Lesser Xeno, some kind of finned, semi-aquatic thing, already half dead and limping dodgily through the gates. It's almost comical how easy it is to stun and kill it. By the time you're done, the other soldiers have dispatched the rest of the creatures. Smoke drifts in from the battlefield of the explosions, an acrid scent of triumph. After the attack, Lum gathers everyone in the lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. They're feasting and drinking, and songs of valor as the party goes on and long into the night. Some drift away in pairs or more. Mars and Rex keep the dancing going. Even Nem seems to relax, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. Oh, Nem, don't go in with the soldiers. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory means the colony will be safer than ever. Maybe it will be. You sure want to believe it, though. Age 16. Damn, we're almost age 20. +1 to all physical skills for 3 months. Hey, buddy. Huh. Mayhap I should go ahead and go to lookout duty. Raise my perception. But getting +1 with animals is good. Red has set up some sort of final battle for those of you who are ready to prove what you've learned. Everything you need to know about self-defense. It's a gauntlet that tests a combination of skills. Physical fitness, perception, skills, and hand-to-hand combat. You and Vase are paired face-to-face in the gauntlet. At the end, he'll be your grappling partner. You'll be sharing the number of points towards passing the class for each skill you demonstrate correctly, and a larger chunk of winning the combat portion. Accrue enough points and you pass. It's possible to pass the class while losing the final combat, but it'll be hard. Vance smirks at you as you take your places. Rhett blows a whistle, and you both set off through the obstacle course. You're neck and neck as you navigate knee-deep water, bounce through puffshroom mats, climb the lookout tower, and other feats of physical fitness. Your perception is tested as well. An automated turret lobs beanbags at you, each hit adding time to your score. Vance has you solidly beaten the firing range portion, so you go into the final combat with a point deficit. You need to defeat Vance to get enough points to pass. I need to get 30 something here. Okay, this is where shit gets tough, because apparently I can only get 39. Oh, fuck off. I got nothing but stress. I'm not reading. I dislike him. I don't want to talk with him. The sun rises again after glow, heralding a new year. It's your 16th birthday. You wake up in your new quarters, blinking into the watery sunlight. Dust motes float through the air, and you take a moment to enjoy the perfection of your bed, listen to the sounds of the colony waking up outside. So much has happened in 1 year, just a few short months ago. You thought your life was over, now it's better than ever. There's plenty of food and the colony is safe. You even have your own bedroom. Consider snoozing until your dad wakes you up with revelry by interrupting you. It's a text from Tang. Joyous observance of the anniversary of your birth, it reads. Another one coming in. That means happy birthday, of course. And then, in case you didn't know, wow. A whole 3 messages in a row from Tangent. It's pretty gushy for her. Your dad wakes up shortly after that, and you order up some of your traditional birthday breakfast feast. He gives you a big, squeezy hug and tells you he's proud of you. Yep. I'm clearly not good at the whole combat thing. Teaching people, however, that is something I excel in. I can't help in medbay. I guess I'll just leave. I'm not dealing with fucking body shit. Hold up. Her own card works on her? Oh my god, that's insane. Now I'll be swapping that out with this. I didn't know that worked on her. So that card becomes an 11 card. That's insane. Alright, this is my last tutoring session. Nomi doesn't really need help. Oh. We've done this. We've read this one. +1 to mental. 1 slot card gets a +2. Not bad. Super. My last time tutoring people is a super goal. Not bad. I've maxed out reasoning. I can reason with the best of them. +1 to mental increase. Alright. You've been enlightened by mastering a skill. +1 to all mental skill increases for 3 months. Oh, that means I gotta go back in and learn. Alright. So. Biology or engineering? Biology is a little farther. It still got to be friendship with Tangent, though. But it gives me a lot of stress. You ever learn about Vertumnal and geology and compare various rock samples from Earth to the ones on Vertumna, placing them on Mohs hardness scale. The Earth samples are so weird and gray compared to the pinks, purples, yellows, and teals collected by the surveyors. Earth must have been a dull place. And that puts me to a 41 super goal. God damn, I knocked it out of the park. I got 10 biology. Yo. Sorry. The coughing. I didn't see that coming. You're woken by the buzzing of your hollow palm. It's a colony-wide alert. You rub your eyes and ponder the thickness of the air seeping into your bedroom through the open veranda door. It's an ominous but beautiful sight. The season-pale pink haze has turned a deep fuchsia, with scintillating silver sparkles floating through it. The shimmer! Dad! I'm going to geoponics. That's where Dad's gonna be. You don your environmental mask and make your way to the geoponics where your dad is working. They are so thick it's hard to see anything at all, and your footsteps are strangely muffled. Other people moving through the fog appear like spirits, flickering shadows through the murky sunlight. No one speaks except to you to urge you back to your quarters. You make it into one of the greenhouses, but you can't find your dad. You keep checking your hollow palm, but he won't respond. You start to panic. Then you get a message from Dr. Instance telling you to come to the med bay. Your father collapsed inside the wall and in bad shape. Wait, outside the wall? When they finally let you in to see him, your dad is lying in a med bed asleep. He's almost unrecognizable. The shimmer's all over him and his skin's glittery and strangely lumpy, like something's growing on it. Something's growing out of him. You realize as you see Instance carefully scrape what looks like fungus from his shoulder. She places it on the petri dish and hands it to Tangent. There's a tiny fungal grows all over him, even one's poking out from the corner of his mouth. You watch with disgust as the thin trickle of glitter pink dust leaks off the tips of it and disperses into the air. Tang places the sample from your dad underneath an analyzer and turns it on. She looks tired. I'm sorry, Salamnika. She mumbles. We were close. You sit with him for a while Dr. Instance sends you back to your quarters to rest. In the early hours of the morning, you hear your dad passed away. Spend most of the next month in your quarters. Now I don't have any parents! Fuck! They hold a funeral for your father. You're becoming an old hand at these funerals. First Tammy, then Uncle Tonin, your own mom, Com, and everyone else who's died in the attack. Feels like your own mother's funeral was only weeks ago. It's so colossally unfair. No one quite knows what to say to you, though they grieve along with you. It doesn't make it any easier. Aunt Anne and the other adults of the colony will be here for you, but you guess you're an orphan now. You miss your dad. You miss your mom. Mostly, you just sleep. One morning, Chief Engineer Instance asks you to visit her in the med bay. You go, because you don't have any energy to say no. I have to tell you something delicate about your father's condition, Salamnika. She begins folding her hands on her desk. I hope this information will give you some comfort. After your father's death, we continued to research the shimmer. She continues, her voice even and natural. Being able to study the disease in its terminal phase and beyond was the missing piece. We know now how to prevent the shimmer from taking hold in human cells. She says, her faint smile not quite reaching her eyes. With cultures grown from your father's cell lineage, everyone in the colony can be incubated against the shimmer. Thanks to your father, we have a cure. I'm pissed. It's okay to feel that way. Instance tells you with uncharacteristic kindness that you find comforting. Grief is difficult for everyone. If you need some more time off to rest, nobody will mind. I can't do much but rest. Spend the month writing of prodigious amount of poetry, deleting it almost as soon as you're done. It makes you feel a little better to be able to express your feelings. I'm not forgetting any of these. They're good cards. Fuck. 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 God damn it. Unlock xenobiology research and geoponics. You're mourning the loss of a loved one. All skill increases reduced by 1 for 3 months. And some jobs and actions can't be performed. Got no stress, no worry. There's a chance for a +1 when increasing a skill. I think it's time I start my fighting. Defense training. Rhett pairs you on to practice your sparring partner. On your sparring, partnering you with Vase. You don't know Vase very well, but from the looks of him, he seems like someone who'd like to use your face as a lesson. You see him posturing and preening for the other kids from the Helio, and a handful of colony kids too, especially Nem. You're going down, bitch. I'll fight dirty. I ain't no coward. Super goal. Vance isn't expecting much from you. You strike him before Red officially calls the match to start. Riles him enough that you can press the advantage and keep him off center. Clearly, defense isn't his skill. You get him to the mat so fast it's embarrassing. You're a bloody coward, Solomnika. He spits at you. You don't fight with honor. Do you really care? You won. And you're not headed to medbay. That's the important part. I'm a flex for Nem. You get to your feet and point at Nem. She points at herself questioningly. You give her the old eyebrow wiggle and flex your arms. She blushes, but she doesn't look away. That's an encouraging sign, right? Vase scowls and disappears to the locker room. Fuck you. Nem? I like her. You're not going near her. It's for Tumnala. In the midst of the colony decorating and the setting of the food for the feast, we have trouble finding your festival spirit. Your dad's only been dead a few weeks. How can anybody celebrate like that? Gather at the colony square for a few speeches. Lum takes to the stage to fanfare and applause. Hello, people of Tumnala. He exclaims over the din. Happy Vertumnalia. He raises his hand to call for silence. Before we celebrate, I want to recognize those we lost this year. Head of Geoponics Geranium and Surveyor Imbrolo. The crowd goes silent for a minute. Your vision blurs with tears. How is this supposed to make you feel better that he's gone? This year has taught us that the aliens are more dangerous than we ever knew. Lum continues. It's not just the attacks during Glow. They're weaponizing the very air we breathe. But they won't win. Already we've discovered how to beat them at their own game. With everyone inoculated against the Shimmer, we're one step closer to total dominion of the planet. After the council members give each of their annual reports, everyone starts clearing the square to set up for the Vermtalian Games. You feel a new pulse from your hologram in your palm. You open up to read. Happy Vertumnalia. There's a present for you on your table. XO, your secret admirer. You rush over to the feast table and spot a wrapped present among the roasted vegetables. You've got a secret admirer? You unwrap your present. It's a data band. You snap it to your wrist and boot it up on your holopalm. It's full of all your favorite songs, videos, shows, and games. A collection curated by someone who must really know you. Now you'll always have your media with you, even if the net goes down, including all your favorite episodes of The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. Nice. You search the holopalm for any hint of who could have made it, but you can't find anything. You have to ask around, but later, the games are about to begin. Xeno Wrangling. Nem and Vase are your competitors this year. You've both been training hard. It can't be any harder than wrestling you, Vase says, and Nem goes red and punches him in the arm. People watching gasp as the animal brought out from the pens is a Unisaur, and a starving one. From the looks of it, it growls and snaps its teeth at its handlers. Full Unisaurs are docile creatures. Hungry Unisaurs are mindless rage machines. They eat like snakes, swallowing large prey whole and using their inner mouths to rip it up. This one is hungry enough to swallow you whole if it catches you. Luckily, this one looks so hungry that it's weaker than usual, giving a competitor a chance. I can get a 48 somehow. Wait, I have my autoplay thing. How do I use the autoplay? You give me a 26? Are you kidding me? $39. $41. $43. Get vase. I'm not letting you win. If I have it, you'll never win. Lassoing the Unisaur is relatively easy, but you end up running around forever trying not to get skewered by its horn. You have to yank hard on the rope to wear it down before you can ride it. There are a few moments where you realize your life is in actual danger. The Unisaur's no joke. You end up wounding the Unisaur with your clumsy attempts to wrestle it, but you don't want to die. What were you supposed to do? After the festivals, everyone descends on the feast. You heap your plate with more food than you could eat in 3 sittings. Everyone around is happy. You can't help but notice the empty space where your dad would be sitting. It's your first holiday as an orphan. The other colonists try to make room for you in their conversation, but it's not the same. Rex is lounging in a hammock he has set up between 2 mushwood poles. It looks like he's snoozing, but his ears twitch as he opens an eye as you approach. Can't sneak up on me, Salonika. He groans, stretching. People have tried. Are you my secret admirer? You got a what? Rex laughs. Secret admirer? Nah, secret's not my style, but you know, I'm not ruling it out. Where's Nem? Or was this a gift from my dad before he died? Where's Nem? Nem? Where are you? Catch Nem between drills, leaning her elbows against the garrison fence. She takes a swig of her canteen, then pours it all over herself to cool down. Islamnika? She says, shaking out her hair. What's going on? Someone gave you a datapad. It might have been Nem. Nem goes red in her hair. I mean, wouldn't it be weird if it was? No, I like you. Nem looks surprised. Wait, did he? She says, going for the smooch. You lean in and kiss Nem on the cheek. When you pull away, she claps her hands against her cheek and jumps away like she's been burned. I've got to go back to training now! She blurts out and runs away. You spot Tangent leaning against the wall outside engineering. She's yawning, rubbing her eyes and staring off into space. She startles as you walk up. Oh, Slamnika, I was just taking a short break. Yawns are infectious. Join in, yawn too. Did you stay up all night too? She asks. I don't even remember when I slept last. It might have been a few days ago. You haven't slept in 2 days? More like 3, she replies, then pauses for another jaw-cracking yawn. But as you said, I'm tired. Even my enhanced body has limitations. You look at her quizzically. I don't need to sleep as much as others. It's a genetic what's-it, she says foggily. You know, a DNA enhancement. I guess sometimes even I forget to do it. I should set myself a reminder. Hollow, add a schedule. Sleeping, nightly. 23rd hour for 3 hours. Her hollow palm admits a tone in response. Tangent nods sleepily. That should do it. She murmurs. Her eyes are practically closed. Find her a place to get a nap. Tang follows you obediently into the engineering wing, too tired to protest. You slip into medbay to grab a blanket and pillow off the shelf. By the time you return, Tang's already fallen asleep and curled up in an egg chair in the waiting area. You gently place the blanket over her, and she hums happily before going slack with much-needed sleep. Because you need it, girl. Damn. Oh, back to combat training. Gotta make sure no one hurts my family again. Security Chief Rhett interrupts your afternoon training and addresses the group. Nem perks up. This seems important. Since the original colony was destroyed, Rhett begins, we have needed every skilled security officer we can find to defend our home. And now, with Governor Lum's blessing, age is no longer a requirement. We are looking for young recruits to join the ranks of the defense squad. Sir, yes, sir. This is a serious job. He punches his hand for emphasis. We need soldiers, not little kids learning self-defense and peering down to the safety of the walls. You will be in danger, you will need to be brave, and you need to know your way around a weapon. Step forward if you think you have what it takes to defend our colony. When Rhett smiles, it's not a happy smile, but do you have what it takes to survive? I have over 30 in combat, yes. Rhett nods. Okay, you're in. See you at dawn, recruit. And I won. +3 to combat, +1 to animals, 23 stress. And one room around, and let's talk to our wolfie boy. I need more hugs. Rex throws his arms wide open. Coach, I'm open. He laughs. Catching you to throw yourself into his arms. He spins you around and growls into your neck, squeezing you tightly. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. Guard duty. Combat, bravery, vase. Ugh. 20 stress, though. But to guard duty I go. Gotta get that combat in. You show up for orientation to guard duty. Vance and Nem are here as well, listening intently to Security Chief Rhett as he teaches you the specifics of the colony defenses. Here's the walls, and of course, the lookout towers, and the robotic turrets. There are obvious weaknesses, like the gates, and less obvious ones, like the pipes that divert runoff water from the colony. And there are high-priority targets like engineering and geoponics. You're surprised to learn that the living quarters aren't considered low priority. Oh, that the living quarters are considered low priority. Duh. Vance mutters. During an attack, everyone's supposed to defend the colony, not hide under their beds. It's a lot to learn quickly, and Rhett doesn't let you make mistakes. He drills you and drills you. First on your knowledge of the colony, and then on actual drills, physical drills, reflexes, loading and firing a plas rifle, securing a dangerous position, and combat tactics such as groups and solo. If the lookouts on the walls see anything, you'll be the first one to shoot it, he says, as you struggle and reload the cartridge in your plas rifle. There might not be time to wait for backup. You have to be able to make and act on the right choices without hesitation. He looks you right in the eye. You're not the only guard while you're on duty, he says seriously. You are being charged with defense of the colony itself. I expect you to be ready at all times to answer the call. Frustrated, you fumble the cartridge as it clatters to the ground. Rhett stops stops it under his foot. No slacking. Keep your body and mind sharp and ready for anything. Rhett leaves you to figure out how to reload your plasma rifle on your own. Vase is already finished, of course, but Nem stops what she's doing to help you. There's a latch here, she says, flickering with her thumb. If it's deployed, you can't click the cartridge. And got it? You nod. It's easy when someone actually shows you. I'll make Rhett proud someday. Nem laughs and claps you on your back. Yeah, he's just a big teddy bear, right? She finishes her reload and soldiers her rifle, and then she and Vance leave together. God damn it. I don't want her leaving with him. And just like that, super goal. It's not a super goal, actually. I felt like I had to say it because, damn, did I get in a bit of a mood. It's a new season. I guess we'll be talking with people. Toughness 80. I don't like him. At all. He's a D-boy. He's a D-bag. Yo, Tangent, need some help again? Tang is sulking outside the lab, though it's hard to tell, giving her your casual demeanor. I'm not allowed to work a triple shift, she mutters. Just because everyone else is a weakling who requires sleep doesn't mean I should be held to the same standard. Damn. It's gotta hurt. I need hugs. Aw, yeah. Rex exclaims, wrapping you in a bear hug. He even lifts you off the ground a little. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. To friendship with Rex. We're gonna be best friends via hugs. Combat rifles 300 kudo. I don't get paid much. I don't get it, Cal says, leaning on the fence and looking outward where you can both see the soldiers smiling the garrison. Killing that alien when I was a kid was the most horrible thing I've ever done. And those assholes treat it like it's no big deal. They want to do it. He clenches his fists. They're murderers, but no one cares. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. .53 combat. Back to guard duty. There's not usually much animal activity this time of year, so every so often you're called to deal with a hop-eye that just snuck in or some other nonsense, but mostly you walk around and wait to be useful. You fill the time by listening to audiobooks, especially ones for school. There are a lot of ways to get school credit, and you're lucky you can do a bit of studying while at work. Oh, full hand of red. Super goal. Now that's the kind of thing we like to see around here. 38 kudos. Holy damn. 7 combat, not bad. Mid-wet. I'ma get a hug from my best boy. I'ma get a hug from my best boy. Again? Again? Rex laughs, but wraps you up in a big bear hug all the same. I like my hugs from my boy. My best boy. Oh. Can't do any more. Why? Because it's the 2-hour mark. Alright, so without further ado, that is today's stream. Rather emotional. Maxed out my reasoning. Probably gonna end up maxing out the combat so I can keep people safe. Lost mom, lost dad. I will not lose an enemy or tang. I refuse. Everyone... I also won't lose Dog Boy. These are the 3 people in my life I refuse to die. If they die, I'm gonna be a fucking wreck. But without further ado, remember to have a great day, have a good week, have an even better month. Remember to keep this year better than last year, because I know we can do it. And I'll see all of you for Miles Morales on Friday. See y'all another time. Bye.